The ongoing demolition in Alaba has left millions, of course, battered and dispersed because their source of livelihood have been ruined within few seconds, and they have no place to run to. Could this be something that is commendable at this time?
Anyway, I will say this that I don't really know the minds of Lagos State of doing all this because I don't know if they have given them notice before carrying out this and the purpose. Some said it is a political issues that made them to start demolishing the Igbos. Majority of that place, the majority of people doing their business there is Igbos. So maybe because of the outcome of the presidential election and some of the things they said, the comment from the Igbos, which some of them said Igbo claim that Lagos belongs to them, is no man's land. I don't really know, but I will try to advise the Lagos State they should tamper justice with mercy, because when you destroy someone's life, because that is their life, it will create a lot of unemployment in the society, and when all unemployment increases, the outcome of such such kind of situation of the society. So I will advise them, let them tamper justice with mercy, because those people out there, they are doing their personal business. Government does not give them the money or to support them. Rather, they are the one supporting government by paying their taxes. Even some of them personally do some road that government should do. They volunteer themselves to do some road within their market premises. So government should look at some areas where they are benefiting from these people rather than destroying their life, because creating this kind of problem to the individuals or people, it does not make any sense to them. For me, it does not make any sense, because government should understand that when you frustrate a human being, he might decide to lose like a dog chain. Government should try to avoid this kind of chaos that will make people start thinking negatively against the government itself. They should rather encourage them. If there is any kind of problem, government should try to be diplomatic in nature to settle their differences.
I think the aftermath of the election presupposes that these people or the government itself is trying to create some impression in the mind of people that it is politically motivated, because of recent you can see the state assembly of Lagos State wanted to pass a bill to deny non-indigenous the rights to ownership of property. And this one is coming almost immediately, the demolition of this Igbo predominated region. And the reason the government gave, according to them, was that those areas are waterways or very close to canal. But from the findings, we discovered that there are other buildings around those areas that was not tampered with, see, which are more very closer to the canal. So why should, of course, a particular people be targeted, if I may say? Because if it is issue that affects, of course, the waterways and the canal, of course, every building there should be demolished rather than being selective. So I think. How do you see it?
Anyway, with what people are saying, with my own observation, with what people are saying and my own observation, it's a political motivation. Because let me say this: if a particular set of people are being targeted in demolition of building, that means that there is a skeleton in the cupboard. Government should let us not use the president of this nation is from the southwest, and if you look at the agitation from all across the country, it's because of this kind of hatred, religious and intimidation. If a lot of people in that Alaba market are being, stranded, they will join hands for more agitations. They want to leave because a lot of them doing their business, some of them they are not supporting agitation. But when government itself is trying to create enmity with them, they will now see themselves as enemy to the government because government does not like them. They will now join more agitation.
Exactly. Someone said that Nigeria has happened to them. That these are people who, of course, when they call for the restoration of Biafran state, say it is only the poor people that can vouch for the restoration of Biafran state. That if you have business and, of course, something doing, you wouldn't be contemplating on Biafra. Now they have lost all their life savings and investment. Now possibly, as your submission is tailoring, of course, they may possibly.
Yes, like I said, I will continue saying it. A lot of them that are doing that business, they are not members or they are not even interested in agitation because they are busy doing their business. But when the government of Nigeria decided to weaken them by removing food from their mouth, they will now see themselves that Nigeria is enemy to their life. They will now join more agitation, and which is not auguring well to the leadership of the president of the nation, where he comes from. And where this hatred is coming from is from where the president comes from. So government should weigh in and out and find out the solution to this because the government itself is not helping the matter. After the presidential election, the next thing you hear is demolition of the Igbos. The next thing we hear that they want to pass bill that will only favor the citizens, where the indigenous, where it's not advisable for everybody. You can stay in any. This is democracy.
And non-indigenous have contributed more than 80% of the development in Lagos State.
If you are looking at the Lagos State revenue generated, you look at the non-indigenous, their investment in the country, in the state, and what they have contributed so far in the state, and what the Lagos State is benefiting from them. We don't need to use hatred or enmity to start, living. It will not, move the country or the state forward. People will now see Yoruba people are still in Onitsha. Yoruba people are still in other states. So all these things, what will create enmity. People in the east now will see some of them, some Yorubas or some other tribe as enemy to them because what is happening in Lagos is not advisable. They need to call for dialogue and look at some areas before you carry out some things. You need to discuss with. They have chairman of the market. You have before everything should be done. There should be a proper, agreement between the people and the government itself. So not that government will now use some kind of hatred or religion to intimidate people. It also. I didn't see it as a good thing for the government. It is not about today. We are talking about tomorrow, because what we are planting now is seed of hatred, and which will germinate forever and ever. Because people that demolish their houses or they demolish their shops in that Alaba will never forget Lagos State. The enmity is still there, and there will be more agitation in the whole southeast because some of them they are doing their business. That is why they are not even interested in whatever agitation you are telling them. They will tell you, Mr. Man, I have my social shop. I have 5 shops in Alaba. I have in Island. I have this. I have that. So why should I agitate for? So now they have lost all those things. They are just like an angry lion. So government should look at all those things and know that when the problem of all these things starts, they are the one that caused the issue.
Honestly, and the unfortunate thing is that before developing those regions or those properties, they obtained power from the appropriate authority, from Lagos State development and building whatever department. So if the government knew that those areas were designated or considered to be a waterway, why should the government empower them, give them C of O and the authorities to start building? Only after some years, the same government will come and demolish billions of nairas that have been invested. Citizens' wealth and their properties and investment has been destroyed by the same government that authorized the approval of those buildings.
What I will say is that the Nigerian government. Let me not clarify only one state. Nigerian government is a corrupt state, whereby they can do anything in order to make money. What I'm trying to point out is that you can see the president of Buhari left government. You can see the people that work with him. You look at what they have done, and what some of them, EFCs have picked all of them. If you look at like Lagos State now, some of all those things they are selling, they are using it to make money, which they knew is not proper. So if another government entered, they will look at their master plan and find out that this place should not be sold or should not be, have houses. Me, I'm just trying to say this. I know the consequences of such thing. The state government should, find a way to compensate these people. That is my own opinion. They should find a way to. I'm not happy with what is happening, because people have been frustrated right now. People have been relocating. They don't even have where to go.
Honestly, those regions are canal, are swamps, and people were lamenting that they sanfilled those regions with billions of naira before erecting the building. Now the building has collapsed. All their investment, life investment, and resources, they are left with nothing. At the mercy of whatever happened to them. They don't have house, they don't have any other place to do business, and possibly may have been forced to the village. It's quite unfortunate. But then, how much compensation could, of course, pacify the extent of damage and loss? It is gathered that over 17 or close to 17 plazas, not just shops, were demolished or in the course of demolition.
What I will say is that you can't file the government. Government should find a way to compensate these people. Not that government will just demolish their shops. If somebody that has, maybe you have over 15 shops, if government can compensate that person with 5 in terms of compensation, okay, let me give this person 5 shops. You understand? By the money the government will give him can at least accommodate like 5 shops. Government cannot pay all, because I know government of this federation, they are all criminals. So what I'm trying to say is that government should try and compensate these people.
Beyond compensation, do you think that it is time for Igbos especially to start looking down home? Because if those edifices were erected in the eastern region, such wouldn't have happened. And the continual negligence of the eastern region by the Igbos has brought unimaginable pain and loss of their resources. Do you think that it is time for the Igbos to start looking down east?
Every life, like there is one adage said, every disappointment is a blessing. I think that if you go to every state of this nation, Igbo dominates in terms of non-indigenous. If you go to every state of this nation, Igbo dominates. Go to Kaduna, go to Kano, go to this, go to that. So I think with what is happening, they can have sense. Charity begins at home. They can now have sense and know that some of them, let me say this, some of them they demolish their houses, they don't have houses in the east. And I think some of them will start realizing their mistakes. Lagos State is not your state. Lagos State is not my state. Kano State is not your state. No matter your contribution, no matter whatever you are contributing in that state, you are not from Kano State, you are not from Lagos State, and Lagos State does not belong to you. Lagos State is for Yoruba State. Forget about saying that you have stayed here for 10 years, stayed here 15 years. You are not a Yoruba. Are you the law? Are you part of the lawmakers?
Yes, and we have the eastern regions. The states in the eastern regions have expanse of land that are lying fallow, and they said we don't have land, but in the east we have expanse of lands in their millions that are lying undeveloped.
The truth is that we are looking at where Igbos, they love doing business, where they think that they will get money fast, and they leave the east And you forgot that if you develop the east, even people from other states will come to east.
Even country, yes.
Other countries will come to east to come and patronize you. But our mindset is that we go to other places that is not developed to develop it, and we forgot our home. That is the problem. When you develop that place, you are now creating some kind of how will I put it? You are creating some kind of envy to people. If you look at this place, if you look at Lagos State now, you look at Alaba, go to many places, you see Igbo people dominating business, and some of the indigenous, they are not happy that you are progressing. So the problem is now that all these things are happening, those who establish in other states should think twice, because Lagos State is not the only place. Other states, they will capitalize on what is happening in Lagos State now and start hitting all those non-indigenous, especially the Igbos, which the government of that state knows that they are maybe they contribute 45% or 50% of their revenue generated. So the Igbos should now start thinking of developing their state. We have land. Who said that we don't have land? There are a lot of land. There are a lot of land.
Honestly, I don't know if you have been to Aspanda. Aspanda is one of the largest, of course, automobile markets in the whole southwest. And these are developed by Igbos. So why can't Igbos learn lesson? It's quite unfortunate, and they contribute trillions of naira to the government of Lagos State annually.
My brother, if you are talking about Aspanda is not the only place Igbo live. Go to Kano, go to Kaduna. We have Makrafi shopping complex in Kaduna. It's been dominated by Igbos. We have a lot of places. Go to other states. If you go to Mubi, we have Igbo dominated in the market. You go to some timber market in all those areas. I've been to all those areas. Igbos are the one dominating that place. So the problem is they have to start thinking from what is happening in these states. They have to start thinking. Forget about Aspanda is a small place to compare what I have seen so far. So the Igbo should start thinking. They should start thinking of going back to establish business. That business you are doing is people are coming to Lagos to buy goods to go and sell in Aba. People are going to Aba to go and buy goods and sell in Lagos. So why can't you, at least if you have over 15 shops in Lagos, imagine you have 15 shops in Lagos, a state that is not belongs to you. Anything can happen, which is happening now. Where will you go? Where will you go? You have been a dead man walking, because now you have been frustrated. You have 15 shops and all those 15 shops have been demolished. What are you going to achieve? What have you achieved? All your achievement has gone, because there's no amount of money that Lagos State will give you that can be up to what you have already established. So what I'm saying is that Igbos in the whole state, all states of this federation, should think twice and start establishing that thing you are doing in Enugu. That thing you think that it will not sell in Enugu. People will come even outside the country to come. People are doing exportation of business from here to Chad, from here to Mali, from here to Cameroon. Even Cameroon people are coming to Aba to buy bags, shoes to sell over there. Even people from Niger coming to Aba. So why are you not? Why can't you think twice to establish that side? And people will come from any part of the country to come and do business with. People can come from America. People can come anywhere to do business. Are there people not coming? You have business in Lagos. People are coming from America to come and buy your goods here, or people are coming from maybe from Niger to come and buy your goods as an Igbo man you establish here. If you tell the same person that you establish in Enugu that is where you are residing, that person will come to Enugu.
Of course, Innocent is an example.
A lot of them, they are not. Innocent is not the only person. There are a lot of them doing business there. They do the exportation. People use export ties from here to Cameroon, which I have seen. I'm not saying I've seen it. I know the people. They export ties from here to Cameroon. So they should start thinking of establishing the East, because you cannot be in another man's state and be claiming that state does not belong to you. Do you know what they will say? They will not be happy, because you have already made it. So my happiness is what I'm seeing now is that they should start thinking of going back where they come from and establish it. You cannot be in Lagos and be having 15 shops. And you cannot be in Lagos and be having 20 shops. And when things happen like this, you start crying. In your home, You don't have even house to stay. In your home, you don't even have roads to pass. But you in that shop that you open, you use your money to do road. I have seen a lot of them. So they have to start thinking of relocating to establish in the east. That will give them more, more, mind to last mind. That's what I'm saying. So the problem is, let us start thinking outside the box and start relocating to the east and establish business so people can buy it.
Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful time. I do appreciate you for your time and immense contribution. Yes, my people do say Ulo Uchi. You see, charity begins at home. I think whatever happens should be a lesson to those who care to learn. And when we fail to learn from history, they are bound to repeat, of course, itself. And that might not be, of course, a palatable experience as the case of those plazas that we have affected. You can go back to east and contribute to the, of course, internally generated revenue of your own state, and by so, of course, enhance the developmental strides within those regions. It is now a lesson to learn, and my people do say, "Atoro mano mano, atoro feke." Ofowagano. By implication, that means when you advise, of course, a child of that wants to learn, he will pick lesson from there. Otherwise, we'll continue to make costly mistakes that we might cost him a fortune and even his life. I think the call for Igbos to start looking home is a clarion call, and that, of course, necessitates the issues of and matters of urgency. Thank you for your time, for tuning in. This is Corewave TV, where we bring unbiased reportage of events as in the heart. We keep, of course, the ripples rolling here. Don't forget to hit the subscription button, like, and give us a thumbs up as we continue to serve humanity in this capacity. Thank you once again for your time. Until the next edition.